We are live.
All right, we're out here once again on the highways and the byways, the chief place of concourse, out here to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, which in the Bible is known spiritually as Sodom and Egypt, mystery Babylon, amongst other things. And as usual, first and foremost, we're going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power,
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash.
Shalom to you sincere Akim out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, Lord's will, this will be edifying. As usual, we're going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And beautiful day to be alive, to witness the downfall of our enemy, the last seconds of America, Babylon the Great. And from the looks of it, downtown Orlando right now, you would think we're in the middle of, the summer extravaganza, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's out and about. They got the parking lots reserved, streets blocked off. Everybody's walking around with no care in the world. In the spirit of what? Peace and safety. Matter of fact, we might as well start there. 1 Thessalonians 5:1.
Khan.
We brought it out last week, but seems like that's the spirit of Babylon again all over.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verse 1. But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
It tells you in Ecclesiastes that there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace, and a time for war. Contrary to what the masses would have you believe, we're in a time of war. We're in the midst of the Third World War. Things are only escalating. Even though your president is trying to de-escalate things, we know prophetically that's impossible. Per Job, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai set the bounds which this devil can't pass. And this devil knows that. He has but a short time, per Revelation 12:12. That's why even though DJ Trump is trying to de-escalate the whole Iran debacle, what do you see going on? Israel is going full steam ahead. There was supposedly a ceasefire that was in the talks, and Israel never stopped firing off missiles. Matter of fact, that's what caused this alleged ceasefire to break off, was the fact that they bombed Lebanon. So we know all these talks of peace is all bullshit. Because right now, DJ Trump is talking about how he gonna take all the troops out of the Strait of Hormuz. We know that's all bullshit. And even if you do withdraw the troops, it's not gonna be long-lived.
Khan.
Matter of fact, you had something?
Yeah, touch on your,
Go ahead.
unless you want to pull something.
You got it. And they told it too.
Khan. This is from,
Slocky, they ain't wasting no time. They quick.
yeah,
Double, bro.
it's something going on.
Money making,
Yeah, Khan.
Go ahead, Slocky.
This is, breaking news from Trump's Truth Social.
Yeah, I got a couple posts, his last couple posts.
Mm-hmm.
I got it on deck, but I was waiting, but go ahead.
Oh, Shalakia.
No, you got it.
Okay, it reads, so there you have it. The meeting went well, and this is from Trump's Truth Social. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. Effective immediately, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, will begin the process of blockading any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz.
So that's kind of the spirit. That's the main spirit that would hold James double-minded,
God.
and also hold Isaiah 19 in the GNT. That's the spirit that was on my mind this whole week. I just been watching, sitting back and watching, as the scriptures tell us to do. Watch as well as pray. And also, not only just watching mindlessly, measuring everything according to the scriptures and using my brain. Because in the time of war, one of the major things that happens in the time of war is there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of fake news, a lot of propaganda, a lot of distraction. They say the first casualty in wars is what? The truth. So in order to really gauge what's going on, you got to go back to the source, the scripts. What does the script say? Fuck what Esau is saying. We know that the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. The scriptures tell you that the words of his mouth are smoother than butter, wars in his heart. So we know whatever this devil's saying, especially coming from a so-called politician, we take it with a grain of salt. Especially if it's coming from the leader of the so-called free world. Because his track record shows him to be what? Unreliable. His track record shows him to be a double-minded liar.
This is James.
And we know that's prophetic.
Khan.
Go ahead.
This is James chapter 1 and verse 8. And it reads, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
That's what you see going on with your leader, the leader of the free world. Double-minded. You don't know what to expect with this damn devil. 1 minute the terrorists on, 1 minute the terrorists off. You know? Yeah. 1 minute he's putting troops on the ground. 1 minute he calling for a ceasefire. 1 minute he gonna bomb, he gonna destroy a whole civilization. The next minute he want the fucking Nobel Peace Prize. 1 minute he going into Venezuela. The next minute he going into Cuba. 1 minute he want Greenland. You know?
Yep.
1 minute he's snapping at fucking NATO and his allies. You know? You don't know what to expect with this devil. Read that again out.
It reads, James 1 and 8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
That's what you see. You being led by an unstable bug out. You don't know what to expect from day to day. That's why the stock market been so volatile. That's why gold and silver, crypto's been up and down, up and down. It's been an emotional roller coaster the last, I say, probably year.
Yeah.
Since he's been put back in that position of power. You know? You got what else I asked? What I call it?
Isaiah 19
Go ahead.
and I think GNT.
GNT.
This is Isaiah chapter 19.
I believe it's 14. Because I think 15 is there, no works. I think it's 19 and 14. Confusing advice.
This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14 in the GNT. It reads, the Lord Yahweh has made them give confusing advice.
Because contrary to what the world will have you believe, there is no such thing as free will. How could there be free will when there's a supreme being? A supreme authority, which you call God. Isn't that what God means? All-knowing, all-powerful, omnipotent? So if God is all-knowing and all-powerful and in control of everything, how the fuck could there be free will? That concept negates itself. As it tells you in the scriptures, man's goings is of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it ever whichsoever way he will. It tells you that the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is working on these leaders' minds. And what is he putting in their minds? To go to war with one another. And what are they really going to war with each other over? Resources, or the lack thereof.
I'm gonna can I read a little bit more of this?
Finish the GNT, Baba Kashah. Go back, Baba Kashah.
It says, the Lord Yahweh has mingled, Salakia, the Lord Yahweh has made them give confusing advice.
Hey, starting from his so-called cabinet and his the people that he relies on for information. They're giving him confusing advice. He turning on Bibi now, Israel. He said they lied to him. You know?
Yep.
Because what did I say during the time of war? One of the first casualties is the truth. So in the times that we're living in, you just can't take everything at face value. You got to check everything out. And ultimately, gauge it against the scriptures. Who cares what man says? What did the Lord say? Matter of fact, real quick, Baba Kashad, stay where you at. I don't want to change the spirit.
Time.
Real quick. This is Matthew, straight to the point, 24, and I'll start at 5. The main point is in 6. This should be in red. So this is straight out of Yahushua HaMashiach's mouth, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. These are the signs of the times, the time of his return. These are how things would be in the earth in the return of our Lord. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And we've been in that state since the Lord came on the scene over 2,000 years ago. And that concept of being anointed and the Spirit being with you and being a prophet and being chosen, holy, that, you know, that guy that the Lord is dealing with, the voice of the Lord, that been in the earth, but it's only being magnified even more so in the latter times. Many false prophets, many antichrists, as the scriptures say, because there is no one antichrist. There are many antichrists, okay? And what is an antichrist? Anti-Messiah. Anybody that's against this truth. So it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Because that's what a false prophet would do. He would be lulling you back to sleep. Because again, a true prophet would be blowing the trumpet, warning you of the times that we're in, the impending doom, perilous times, the troubles ahead on the horizons. Okay, but a false prophet is what? Trying to swindle you, trying to, what they call them? Drifters, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get the bag up out of you.
Con.
So he gonna sell you a pipe dream. He gonna sell you sweet nothings. He gonna sell you a prosperity doctrine. He gonna tell you everything gonna be all right. Just hold on. Just keep the faith. Keep pushing. No, we here to tell you things are gonna get worse, and you ain't seen nothing yet. Because the Lord told us that. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. We've been hearing about that. But the war drums are beating louder and louder than ever.
Con.
And the drum beat is speeding up.
Con.
Because you march according to the drum, the rhythm. It's beating louder and louder and faster and faster. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. This is the main point. See that ye be not troubled. Because you had a lot of these preppers, when they heard about America going into Iran, going into the Strait of Hormuz, they were losing sleep.
Con.
Withdrawing money out of their 401ks, doing this, doing that. We said, hold on. We know we close, but there's one major prophecy that still got to play out. That Karagma, that RFID microchip. So we knew the end wasn't yet.
Con.
But we can see it's close. It's nigh.
It's nigh. Con.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. See? We close, but we're not there yet. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And we're seeing that. These nations are rising up. There's infighting just within the nations themselves. Even here in Babylon. Isaiah 19.
Yeah.
The Egyptians against the Egyptians. These different parties are being stirred up once against against each other. These different nations, these different countries that are aligned with each other. For example, NATO and the EU. Prime example, Spain just bucked up against America. A lot of America's NATO allies say, "Hey, we ain't with your war."
Con.
You know.
Con.
So these are all signs of the times, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Ain't that what we've been seeing? All types of storms, wildfires, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes all over the place. Crops failing, droughts, floods. These are all signs of the times. All these are the beginning of sorrows. That's the point. This is just the beginning. The beginning of what? Jacob's trouble. Per Jeremiah 30:7. Daniel 12:1, a time like never before. One more and then you got it back. This is Mark 13:6, reiterating the same thing, just said a little bit differently. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, Christ, Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. Because this is how we're going to get into the kingdom. Home that in Luke, Baba Kasha, through much tribulation.
Con.
In order to get to the kingdom, we got to go through the bad, the bitter, the rough, the straight. It tell you that in 2nd Ezra, right? How paradise is built, you know?
Yeah.
The kingdom is prepared, but the kingdom is set in a wide place, you know? But in order to get to it, you got to go through the narrow, the river, you know? Roughly paraphrasing, you got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
Salakia. This is the
Luke.
Salakia. I got the one in Acts. Hold on.
I think it might be Acts. It could be Acts.
This is Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. Confirming the souls.
The water.
Confirming the souls.
That's why we come out here. The scriptures say when we are converted to do what? After we get converted, because that's the first thing you got to be what? Fully persuaded in your own mind. You got to search the scriptures, study. Then once you're fully convinced, you got to go out there and strengthen the feeble knees.
Con.
The weak.
Con. It
You know?
reads.
And what do you strengthen with? This word, this sound doctrine. These living waters, the bread of life. This sure word of prophecy. The good news, the gospel. Go ahead.
It reads. Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. Confirming the souls.
And we're in the time of the Acts all over again. Go ahead.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
That's what we do, week in and week out. We exhort you. We rebuke, reprove, but also we exhort to what? Continue in the faith. Keep pushing. We're close. Keep watching. Keep praying. Keep fighting. Keep putting on as the elect. Keep rehearsing our righteous acts. Praying. You know, making supplication. Our prayers, our works are not falling on deaf ears. There is a reward. And Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is on his way with that reward. The reward for the righteous, the remnant, the elect, and the reward for the wicked. Go ahead.
And that we must through much tribulation.
And we what?
And we must through
We
much
must.
tribulation.
We must. It's inevitable. It's a prerequisite. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no escaping it. Ain't no escaping this judgment. The only thing that we can hope for is mercy in the time of judgment. In the time of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's wrath, we hope that he has mercy upon the remnant, the elect. Because we know Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is angry with the world every day. Contrary to what the world will have you believe, God isn't all good all the time. God isn't all love. There's a whole other side of him. And you people about to be brutally reintroduced to that side. That vengeful, jealous side of him. You're about to be met with the indignation of the Lord.
Facts.
His righteous anger. Go ahead.
It reads. And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai.
That's how we gonna get to the kingdom. Through all hell breaking loose. And we in that time. The baby's coming. What's the baby? The kingdom. But before the baby comes, what happens? You go through all type of horrific birth pains. That's it.
Real quick, this is Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 1. It reads, a prayer of Habakkuk, the prophet. It reads, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, I have heard thy speech, and I was afraid.
Because that's what's in the Bible. The Bible isn't a fairy tale Dr. Seuss novel. You read at night to feel good and go to sleep and have a nice you know, sweet sleep, you know? It tells you that written in the Bible is lamentations and woe.
Con.
Heavy judgments are in the scriptures, man.
It reads, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is known by the judgment which he executes.
daily.
He's known by his judgments. That's why he's great. He's to be feared. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Con.
That's the whole duty of man. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins. The fear, that's the key ingredient to serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what these people lack. They lack a healthy dose of fear of God.
I have heard.
But they about to get their shot. They about to get their fill.
Con.
They about to be terrified as they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you be? He the creator of the universe. The Ancient of Days. No beginning, no end. What? He destroyed kings, nations for our sake. Who you think you're dealing with? You know?
For real.
Go ahead, Op.
It reads, I have heard thy speech and was afraid.
See, these devils ain't afraid, but they about to be.
Mm-hmm. O Lord Adawan, revive thy work in the midst of the years.
That's what he's doing. He's reviving us. These dry bones coming back to life. What's bringing us back to life? This word. The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is entering into us and making us new creatures.
Yep.
Renewing our minds. Because everything starts in the mind.
Con. It reads, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. And that's the point. So this is back in Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14 and the GNT. It reads, the Lord Yahweh has made them give confusing advice.
The Lord made them do it.
As a result, Egypt does everything wrong.
Despite all the goddamn warnings you're getting from your financial advisors, from your military advisors, you don't want to hear that. You doing what? You expelling everybody that's coming up against you. You cleaning house. Anybody that disagree with you, you cleaning house. Anybody that don't want to get down with Epic Project, Epic Fury, Operation Epic Fury, you cleaning the house. And the Lord is putting that spirit on you. Go ahead.
It reads, Egypt does everything wrong and staggers like a drunk slipping on his own vomit.
And now we seeing the effects of that. Now we see, you see, he should have just left all everything be with the way it was.
Left well enough alone.
But no, the pride of your heart won't let you do that. So now what you do? You created you made Iran damn near the next a fourth superpower. Iran looking super strong now.
Yep.
Iran looking lightweight, unconquerable. Like you can't conquer them unless you go put boots on the ground. And now what? They have complete control and say so of who, when, where, what goes through the Strait of Hormuz. And they putting taxes on people. Now you want to put out a post about, well, I had the post, but, you know, can I read it, Baba?
Yeah, you can read it.
Confusing, you know?
All right, let me read this real quick. This is
you giving confusing advice, brother.
This is
which one is it?
Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7 in the NLT, just to back up the following precept. It reads, this message was given concerning Edom. This is what the Lord Adawan of heaven's army says. Is there wisdom in Teman? Teman? Is no one left to give wise counsel?
No, he kicked them all out.
There you go, you got it out.
He want yes men. Ain't that what Trump said? He said he likes to be the smartest guy in the room. Roughly paraphrasing. You know?
Yeah, an idiot
so
statement.
what does that say about his cabinet? It truly is idiocracy. And he's Captain President Camacho, Terry Crews.
They need electrolytes, Doc.
It's what the plans crave.
Exactly.
So again, this dude is all over the place. You don't know what to expect with this damn devil. This is one of his truth social posts. It says there are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through Hormuz Strait. They better not be, and if they are, they better stop now. President Donald J. Trump. The audacity on this guy, the pride on this guy. You know?
They didn't start charging tolls until you started bombing them.
And that was part of the 10-part package.
Yep.
So what you mean there's rumors and this, that, and the third?
Yep.
Didn't Pakistan come to you and lay it out to you? And didn't you agree to it? He's double-minded. He's all over the place. You got some?
Yeah, I got some more of this article.
Can I read some of the posts?
Yeah, you got it.
I'm already in there, so let me.
Salakia. My bad, I was going to continue from that Truth Social post. You got it. Not an article.
This is another one of DJ Chump's posts from Truth Social. They're going to fuck around and take his damn Truth Social.
They're going to ban it.
It says massive numbers of completely empty oil tankers, some of the largest anywhere in the world, are heading right now to the United States to load up with the best and sweetest oil and gas anywhere in the world. We have more oil than next to two. It says we have more oil than next to. Yeah, he can't even spell right. It says we have more oil than the next two largest oil economies combined, and higher quality. We are waiting for you. Quick turnaround, President DJ Trump. So now we see what this whole military campaign was about. Now we see what Operation Epic Fury was about. He wanted to bring global shock to the oil markets. He wanted to get into the oil game because he's a gangster.
Yep.
You see? He wanted to get into the oil game. That's why he went into Venezuela. I guess we just gonna take the tankers. No, nigga, you were trying to get into the oil game. You see? They're a bunch of crooks.
Criminals. Oh man, this is beautiful.
I got a long one after that. You got it. Because he's getting more and more desperate. And his posts are getting longer and longer. Now he made like a fucking 2-page post.
You got it. Go ahead.
This is the most recent post that he made. Trump warns Iran over Strait of Hormuz. You already warned him.
I know. You've been warning them since it started.
The meeting with that's what you were reading. The meeting with Iran began early in the morning and lasted throughout the night, close to 20 hours. And matter of fact, didn't Iran say they weren't going to take part, come to sit down with them? Because they don't trust you no more.
Why would they?
It could be just another attempt to gather them all up and execute them, exterminate them. So it says, there is only one thing that's what you was reading. There is only one thing that matters. Iran is unwilling to give up its nuclear ambitions. Why would they? Especially now, they should be even more emboldened to get a nuclear stockpile. Any nation with a brain right now can see that's the only deterrent. That's the only thing that's going to stop this devil, this whore, from invading your land and stealing your resources. So it says, in many ways, the points that were agreed to are better than us continuing our military operations to conclusion. But all of those points don't matter compared to allowing nuclear power to be in the hands of such volatile, difficult, unpredictable people. The hypocrisy. That describes themselves.
The only nation to ever drop a nuclear weapon is calling the kettle, however that saying goes in the world.
You the only nation in recent memory that invaded a whole other country and kidnapped their president and their wife.
The pot calling the kettle black. Jesus. Jesus, we see it.
My three representatives, as all of this time went by, became not surprisingly very friendly and respectful of Iran's representatives. Mohammed Bagher Galbaf, Abbas Argaki, and Ali Bagheri. But that doesn't matter because they were very unyielding as to the single most important issue. And as I have always said right from the beginning and many years ago, all caps, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. So it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
All this withdrawing the troops and all, it's all bullshit. It's all theater. It's all, he trying to juice the markets. Because every time the markets get wind of what's going on, the shit start to collapse.
Of course.
Oil start to go through the roof, you know?
Yep.
His constituents start looking at him sideways.
Yep.
But it's all bullshit. They going full steam ahead. Matter of fact, they said the whole ceasefire was just a way to kick the can down the road, to regroup. Because
Exactly.
remember the fucking USS Carrier, it got burnt up and shit. They had to relocate and fix it.
Yep.
They gotta wait for the Marines, more Marines to come.
Buying time. Buying time.
The one plane of steel and uranium blew up in their face.
Yep.
They had to blow up helicopters and planes and shit. Remember to grab the high-ranking official that was on the ground.
Con.
Remember you know?
Con.
So it was all bullshit. They made it play. They fumbled it. Now they trying to run an audible.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Last little bit. Iran promised to open the Strait of Hormuz, and the strait is open. It was never closed.
Never.
It was closed to you and your allies. You know?
Yep.
Oh, Salakia, before I forget. A good point was made. I forget who made the point, but they were saying how Babylon really fucked it up, going back to how he should have just left well alone. Because now, not only do the Gulf nations see that, because that's why the strait was wide open. Nobody had control of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Iran could control it, but America had those bases around there.
Right.
So nobody fucked with no ships going through there, because at the prospects of America attacking them from Kuwait, Qatar,
Right.
UAE, whatever, right?
Right.
But now, Iran showed that all those bases but they pretty much destroyed them all.
Destroyed. Con.
So you got no stronghold in that whole area. So they got complete reign over that bitch.
Exactly. And
So that's why they allow. That's why you agree.
the beautiful thing about it is,
If I'm making sense, I don't know.
no, it makes perfect sense. The beautiful thing about it is to show you how strategic Iran was by doing what they've done. America's military might lives in its Air Force, okay?
Air Force and Navy.
And Navy.
Yep.
With them destroying them bases, even if you put something in the air, where is it going to land to refuel? You see what I'm saying?
And the strategic location of what you're trying to fight over, your Navy's is useless.
Useless.
You're
And
gonna send ships through there. They could just blow them shits up left and right like hotcakes.
con.
It's a narrow passage of water. That's lightweight.
And this is to the brother's point.
But before you go, so
You got it.
So not only, again, you made a mucker of that whole Strait of Hormuz situation. Everybody got to renegotiate deals now. Anybody that may have been relying on America to get their ships, I ain't fuck Iran and Russia and the BRICS. I'm gonna go to the West and they're gonna protect us through the Strait. Now
Right.
you gotta come deal with Iran
You don't have a choice.
because you gotta,
You got to pay that $2 million toll.
Exactly. Or get on board with the BRICS.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful is they showing you how it's even give confusing advice. There's nothing wrong. Everything he's doing is leading to the further demise of America. The petrodollar. What are they saying? They saying pay us and you want.
You won. Yep. You won.
So that's killing the petrodollar.
Everything this idiot has done.
That's why we know it's all bullshit. They gotta go full steam ahead. He making a mucket. He bringing the demise of America even closer and closer.
He's expedited it.
It's America's teetering on that fence. It's through. And you could thank your president.
God.
If he would have left well alone, you might have had another 2-3 years.
Yeah.
He expedited your demise.
Con.
And he showed how weak you are. You're vulnerable. You're ripe for the slaughter. If
Right.
there was any time to come against this war, now is the time.
Con.
My bad. Swap.
Nah, hey, you're right on point. And this is to the brother's point why Iran is not going to come to the table with a ceasefire, because the last two negotiations they had between the United States and these Israelis, they sucker punched them. They attacked them in the midst of negotiating.
And you hit him with a low blow.
Con.
You crossed the red line. Not only you killed his family, man. You killed his father. You killed his wife. Whoever was in that house, which were all family members, man.
Con.
So it's personal now. It's personal.
This is from an official off of X.
And on top of that, you not only whatever outlying people, fringe group that might have been supporting the West and Iran, they completely allied with Iran now, because what? You done threatened to bomb everybody, the smithereens, and the civilization. So if you had some type of bugged out delusions of siding with the West, you got to be completely mad now.
Well, that's the beautiful thing, because even the ones that are currently sided with the West, they're realizing that the West offers no protection.
The West don't care about you.
There's no protection. They couldn't even protect you if they wanted to, because their bases were easily destroyed. Okay?
And they never had your best interests at heart. It was all about your resources. They
Facts.
just wanted to exploit you.
Facts.
And that's what all these Eastern Bloc countries realize. Mm-hmm. America and the West, they're not coming to because they're so righteous and so want to help your country out. No, they're coming to exploit you and oppress you.
Facts.
Coming to put heavy clay on you, debt on you.
So this is off of X from an Iranian official.
And not only that, to destroy your country spiritually. Defile your women, defile your children.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. Plenty of proof of that in Libya, Afghanistan, Iraq. Okay? His desire is as hell.
Can never be satisfied.
Con.
He is as death. That's what this devil comes with. Death, poison.
Yeah. So this is from an Iranian official off of X, and it reads, case in point, more than 70 transport planes landed in the Middle East within 24 hours of the ceasefire taking effect. That scale suggests possible preparation for a ground offensive, solidifying suspicion that Trump is using the truce to regroup.
Exactly. It's all bullshit.
Bullshit. One trick pony, man. This man is getting ready to put troops on the ground.
And that's why they upped the age. That's why they automated the draft to register those military men, and they extended the age.
Yep.
Because they going to the meat grinder.
They're going to the meat grinder. They're going to the meat grinder. And it's so crazy because, you know,
that scripture was just in my mind. They shall mourn.
Yeah. Having no. For real.
The prophecies are unfuckwittable. The Lord said, none shall want her mate. You know?
My whole thing was like, ever since they talked about this ground invasion, and my mindset was like, how are they gonna get that substantial amount of troops over on that side undetected? And obviously, as I'm reading, it's not undetected. Your enemy knows what you're doing. You're a one-trick pony.
We in a completely, that's what they keep saying. America's fighting like we in World War I, World War II. Times have changed. Technology has increased. We in modern times. The rules of engagement, the rules of war completely changed. And we're in a time where everything you do can be seen. You got satellites. You got all type of technology like phones and all type of spying equipment. You got all type of sleeper cells, agents, information being leaked. You know?
Yeah.
We're in a time where nothing is being hidden. There's no secrets. Everything is being exposed. We at the time of the end.
Yep.
You can't just sneak and deploy and drop parachute. They're going to see you coming a mile away. You know? What do they got to do? They got to turn off their tracking devices and shit. You see that?
Yep. Yep. Turn off their tracking devices. MINSK. Real quick. This is a little bit more, because I said this devil's a one-trick pony.
That line's something serious, bro.
For real. Also off of X.
It look like they waiting to go to Disney World.
Con.
Going to Harry Potter ride or some shit.
Con. 2
I was
hours.
at Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure. Waiting to go on the Hulk.
This is also off of X to show you that this devil's a one-trick pony. It reads, the so-called Pakistani truce proposal is awfully similar to the Minsk agreement trap that ultimately fueled a large conflict in Ukraine. Just as Ukraine used Minsk to regroup and rearm, Trump is likely to use this Pakistani, effectively his own proposal, to do the same.
And that's why nobody's backing off.
Con.
They don't want to get. We in a fight. You ain't gonna let up. You know. You see your opponent is gassed out. You gonna jump on his ass. You know.
Exactly. And
when did he gas? Don't give him to gather himself. You know. Gather his bearings and shit. No. Strike while the iron's hot, and that's what they did. They enforced. They reigned their authority over the Strait of Hormuz. This ours now, bitch. You know, you could have the Gulf of America. This is the Strait of Iran. You know, like the Gulf of Mexico, he renamed it.
yeah, God.
Yeah, Strait of Iran, nigga.
Yeah. So hey, man, they got
Iran/Oman, because they Iran and Oman.
So anyway, man, like you're a one-trick pony, and everybody has you figured out. So real quick, I'm gonna finish reading the Truth Social post, because Trump is, like the brother saying, he's taking extreme measures. He's taking extreme measures now. So once again, it says, so there you have it. The meeting went well. Most points were agreed to, but the only point that really mattered, nuclear, was not. Effective immediately, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, will begin the process of blocking any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz.
So that already showed how weak you are. You can't open it. So all you can do is try to curtail what's coming in and out.
Yeah. What, you gonna reroute it, round up?
And what is that gonna do? That's gonna make things even worse now. Because now China, Iran, Pakistan, all these countries that rely on that oil coming out of there, now they gotta step up. Iran is doing their part. They kept the strait open.
Yep.
Now y'all gotta pull y'all own fair weight.
Yeah.
So
But
can you give Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai a round of applause?
Con.
This devil is through.
Con.
He's in a quagmire. He can't get out of this, man. Ain't no way out of this. You can't leave out of Iran unscathed. Only way you're getting out of Iran is with your tail tucked between your legs.
Yep.
And we know this devil ain't about to do that. The pride of his heart won't allow him to.
Con.
His look is more stout than the rest of his fellows.
And
Israel won't allow you to.
And, you know, to the brother's point, when he said that the strait was not closed to other nations, all right? It was only closed to Babylon, man, to America. So now, what does Trump do? He decides to close the strait to every single nation, man. It makes no sense. It's basically showing you who the bad guy is, man, plain and simple. It says, the Strait of Hormuz, it says, effective immediately, the United States, the United States Navy, the finest in the world, begins the process of blocking any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz. At some point, we will reach and all being allowed to go in, all being allowed to go out basis. But Iran has not allowed that to happen by merely saying, there may be a mine out there somewhere.
Watch this devil. You see that cop turn on? You see if she's going there front. She turning in there?
Nah,
You gotta watch this devil.
Khan,
You know, it's
slick with it.
Yeah.
And Salaki the way Trump types on Truth Social. So it says the Strait of Hormuz,
Niggas be doing Texas speak.
for real. At some point, we will reach and all being allowed to go in, all being allowed to go out basis. But Iran has not allowed that to happen by merely saying, there may be a mine out there somewhere that nobody knows about.
That's a new thing. They said that they have laid mines.
Khan.
And the U.S. Last I heard, I think it was Friday or Saturday. Might have been Saturday, I can't remember. But they actually took some ships through there. But if you saw, they hugged the coast of Iran because in the middle they did lay mines.
Mm-hmm.
So that showed you what this man's a fucking devil. That's why he went through the strait to block it off.
Mm-hmm. It says,
Yo, we in beautiful times. Yeah, we in the height of World War III, man. And despite what these people will have you believe, things about to spiral out of control. That's the linchpin, man.
yeah, they through.
This thing is really about to pop.
It reads,
And you see what the Lord said, as in the days of Noah. You see why this thing is going to catch these people off guard. The supply chain been disrupted. Yo, it's already fucked up. They had already slacking, man. They were. So much was going on. They said that even if everything was to clear up right now, we already months. The damage is done. All them refining facilities. It takes what they done put stop caps on some of the oil refineries.
Yep.
It's gonna take time to, even if right now Monday they say everything's done, we back to business as usual. It's gonna take months for them to fix everything, open everything back up. It take time. They said DJ Trump, the post I read about them oil tankers coming to America, they going the same way the 10 tribes went. Did you see the map?
yeah.
They going around the Horn of Africa. So
Yep.
that's gonna take a long time. And it's a dangerous path. The Lord could make the storm. We supposed to have a El Nino this year, so the waters are hot. So he could stir that shit up, man. Them ships might not ever even make it, bro.
Hey.
Yo, we in beautiful times. The Lord can really. Yo, Yahweh Bashim how shot through the spirit out of one about to side. You about to the shoe about to drop.
Hey, and what people don't realize is that
They say fertilizer because of the oil. They say not just the oil, diesel, liquid natural gas, pesticides, fertilizers, plastic. So they say something as simple as water is going to be scarce.
Yeah.
What you going to put it in?
yeah,
All this cheap water you get in Publix, Sam's Club, all this cheap. Where they gonna get the water bottles from? So bro, shit is bad, man.
the beautiful thing
Very,
about it
very
is
bad.
people don't realize that these massive oil tankers and moving energy, they travel at the speed of like somebody riding a bike. You get what I'm saying? And the supply chain is continuous.
So they're going even slower than the cargo ships.
They're going slower than the cargo
slower
ships.
than the fucking slave ships. And
Con.
the scripture tell you that it took them a year.
Con. So
And that was with Yahweh Bashim and Shai holding the winds back.
yeah. So even with this supply chain issue, it's still tankers out there that set off to sail, weeks or months at a time that haven't reached their destination yet. So to the brother's point,
And they're empty. That not only when they got to make it over here, then they got to fill up, then they got to make the voyage back.
bad. It's a bad.
And they're gonna have to go the same way they came.
Man.
Now they can cut back through, but they're gonna have to go back around because remember it's a globe. It's not flat like the flat Earth. So yeah, they can probably cut back through. You know. Who knows? Either which way, the supply chain is completely disrupted.
They've been trying to use the Red Sea. I can't remember the name of it.
They've been fucking that shit
But
up
they've been
too.
fucking that up too.
Fucking up the Persian Gulf. All
Yep.
that shit. Oh, that whole region is in a hot mess, man.
A quagmire. So it reads,
What is the Lord doing? He's slowly but surely tapping all you nations in, getting all of you people's attention. Because your economy is about to come to a screeching halt. Which we know that was all by design by the wicked elites. As we've been said for decades now, they got to collapse the global economy first.
Yep.
To usher in this NWO, this Caragua.
The farmers in Ireland are going haywire, man. Because of fuel prices.
We've been said that. That's how the apostles talk about it. The Hegelian dialect. Pressure from above, pressure from below. Order ad chaos. That's how the elites work. Order out of chaos. They're bringing in the chaos. And who are they using to do it? These leaders. Because they're just puppets. They're just fall guys. They're all just taking marching orders.
Facts.
And all wars are what? Bankers' wars.
It reads,
and when all else fails, as Gerald Celente says, they take you to war. Guess what? Everything is failing. Economically, you know, agriculturally, the crop's been failing also. So they need a major distraction. So it's going to be this war.
Yeah, going around the moon wasn't a large enough distraction for y'all. It says, but Iran has not allowed that to happen by merely saying there may be mines out there somewhere that nobody knows about but them. This is world extortion. And leaders...
Hold on. What?
This is what he said in
all
all caps.
It's what?
This is world extortion.
What you call putting tariffs on the whole world? What's that? What the hell is that?
Extortion? An act of war? This is world extortion. And leaders of countries, especially the United States of America, will never be extorted.
Yeah, they say they don't negotiate with terrorists, allegedly.
It reads, I have also instructed our Navy to seek and intercept every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran.
You know what that means? He's going to blow them to smithereens. That's how he seeks shit out, like in the Caribbean. Like he was seeking out them Venezuelan drug smuggling ships.
Yeah.
He shoot first, ask questions later.
Facts.
We had intel that, you know?
Facts. So it reads,
God bless.
God bless. It says, I have also instructed our Navy to seek and intercept every vessel in international waters that has paid a toll to Iran.
International waters, doesn't that mean it's no man's land is free?
No one.
International, it means, you know, open waters.
Open. That's what I thought it meant.
Maybe I'm bugging. I'm assuming. Let me not assume. Go ahead, Art.
It reads, no one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas.
So he's saying he's threatening the people that paid the toll.
Even if you paid the toll, you're not being allowed through.
His look was more stout than the rest of his fellows.
Woo-wee.
This guy feeling himself, man. This guy's bugged out. He bugged out, Elder.
He gone. It reads, it says, no one who pays an illegal toll will have, he's making war with the world.
Hold on.
He's making war with the world.
Hold on. International waters, from the AI overview. International waters, or the high seas, refer to ocean areas beyond any nation's exclusive economic zone. Woo-wee! It's the high seas, the open seas.
Not anymore. Not anymore, matey.
It belongs to America. America.
Not anymore, mateys.
It belongs to America.
The pirates of America.
Because the strait really belong to us. That's what he's trying to say. We really the chief authority.
Jesus, this
You don't
man.
realize you're losing your hegemony. You don't realize you ain't got the cards no more. as Zelensky tried to tell your ass.
Yep. You don't have the juice. It says, no one who pays an illegal...
And you ain't got the numbers because everybody looking to jump ship. They've been looking to jump ship. They've been looking at the bricks, looking over there, looking at the grass over there. The bricks look a little greener.
Yep.
So how much more so now?
Yep.
You know?
Bro.
You've been looking crazy the last, I say 2 years, man. Looking unstable, looking hostile, looking desperate, weak. You know?
Feeble. It says,
you ain't looking like the land of opportunity no more. You're looking like the land of destitution. The people look destitute. Don't they look destitute?
Yeah. But
I can't tell which line is which.
But
hold on, I can't tell which line is which.
But now you see why these nations are going to hate the whore, man.
And burn her with fire.
God.
You see it, it's becoming more and more obvious.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be hard to fathom.
So it says, no one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas. We will also begin destroying the mines the Iranians laid in the straits. Any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell.
Well, you shouldn't have to worry about that because you destroyed their navy, you destroyed their air force, you destroyed their nuclear armaments. No, we're fine.
No, we're fine. Thank you. Hey, but if you go into any history, you'll see that Iran's navy is weak. It was gifted to them by the United States back yonder. So that's not a big conquest by saying you've destroyed their navy. Do your research.
It's never had a big navy. They don't rely on the navy. That's not one of the,
Yeah.
They don't need it. The way that country's strategically built, they're a natural fortress. They're naturally fortified. They're a mountainous region.
It reads, any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell.
Yeah, you've never heard them touting and lauding about their Navy or their Air Forces and having big parades. They never did that.
Never.
What are they always touting and what are they known for? Having bunkers filled with missiles. That's what they showed you. Underground bunkers with beyond the eye can see of missiles.
Yep. Missiles and drones. It says
again, we entering into a different type of war. This ain't traditional war no more. Your tanks are meaningless. What the fuck what is a tank gonna do when I could just fly a drone into your goddamn tank? A cheap ass little drone, remote control RCA drone, you know?
You don't gotta blow up the tank. You can just literally hit the wheel wells and blow the chain off the tank.
The same thing with your Navy carriers, USS carriers. A lot of those, they're being attacked by I forget what they call them, but they're basically automated ships. They got boats, same thing like the drones. You know, that's what they've been doing. They've been just sending out speedboats, remote control speedboats and shit. They call them autonomous sea vessels. I forget what they call them.
Iran calls your Navy ships floating coffins, man.
That's
all right?
What they are.
Floating coffins. So it reads, Iran knows better than anyone how to end this situation, which has already devastated their country.
Salakia, they're called unmanned sea drones. That's what they've been using.
Damn.
USVSs. Unmanned surface vessels, that's what you've been hearing in the news. Underwater vehicles are autonomous and autonomous or remotely operated maritime systems used for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, mine clearance, and strike missions.
Beautiful.
They are typically cost-effective, harder to detect, and operate in high-risk zones such as Ukraine's seas.
You see?
But
So-
that's what Iran has an enormous amount of, what did I just call them? Unmanned sea drones or unmanned surface vessels. And that's what they've been hitting the ships with. There's nobody piloting them. He in the bunker somewhere.
Kamikaze missions.
Yeah,
And that's beautiful because
that's exactly what it is. Beautiful. That good the water. That was a good kamikaze strikes.
I never thought, I know how effective these unmanned drones are at hitting their targets, but I never thought about underwater unmanned drones, man.
That's why I brought it up. 'Cause a lot of people don't realize that's what they use. They're using drones for that also.
Yeah.
Again, warfare has advanced. Technology has it. We're not in World War I, World War II era, man.
Yeah.
We ain't lining up ship to ship, fucking shooting. You know, we ain't doing that no more, man. Them days are long. That's why you're gonna have to put boots in the ground.
And they're using swarm tactics, man.
Remember that they made a movie about that, Ready Player One. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Remember, it was all young people, and what were they doing? They were running simulation drills
Yep.
over and over. Because
Inside
what?
the
It was
game.
gonna be automated.
Yep. Damn.
So that's how they do it now. That's why they like the young folks. If you're good with you good on the sticks,
You're good on the sticks.
you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, America's warfare is completely outdated, man.
That's why they was giving the kids mind in school and shit. Minecraft. Giving them roadblocks and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got to get good on the sticks.
It reads, it says,
Bro, could you imagine a platoon of fucking 100 niggas on the keyboard or whatever, and they all just go, what you gonna do?
that's the whole point.
And he could just respawn.
Yeah.
He could respawn.
Bro, that's the crazy thing about it, because like you got the USS Abraham Lincoln that's surrounded by all these other smaller ships to protect it, okay, to shoot down any incoming assault. But you can't shoot down 500-600 unmanned drones, man, kamikaze drones.
Especially, just look at it look at it. You got your B-52 or whatever, your fighter jet. It's a big bad jet, right? Mach 10 or whatever, 8, whatever.
Right.
Speed of light, all this type shit. But what can you do if a swarm of bees come at you, man?
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
they all got minds of their own.
Con.
You know?
Con. And then what are you gonna
It's
do?
beautiful because they weren't, as they said, Iran, Russia, China, the BRICS nations. They had Yahweh Bashim Hawashai is a man of war, you know, so he gave them the foresight to really sit down and think about how this Third World War would be fought. You know, America, like you said, is a one-trick pony. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Just doing the same thing over and over and over.
Con.
They were perfecting that sword. They were preparing for this time. The long game. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna survive? What if they, you know?
Yeah.
They prepared, man. They really. Well, it's the Lord.
They prepared, okay? They prepared that sword, but their sword ain't up to date, man. So much so that they're gonna have to it's gonna have to go nuclear. They're not gonna have a choice but to go nuclear. It reads, any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell.
How could you call yourself a peaceful vessel when you talk about destroying any ship?
Hypocrites.
You're not there peacefully.
Facts.
Double talk.
It says,
Speaks with a double heart.
Iran knows better than anyone how to end this situation, which has already devastated their country.
Iran done told you they don't want no ceasefire. Why you ain't why isn't that making breaking news? They don't want a fucking ceasefire, man.
Yep.
They said they're not gonna rest until America's completely kicked out of that Gulf region. They said they want no U.S. military bases in the Gulf region.
Yep. Yep.
And we know that's something America's never gonna do. Because first of all, Israel not gonna allow them to do it. So we can see this thing is only gonna escalate.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to de-escalate We can see it's impossible.
Impossible.
Despite what everybody else thinks and sees, we know this thing is going full steam ahead and it's about to explode.
Con, whether you people believe it or not. It says, their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft and radar are, switch page.
He's talking about mute points. They're not even using radar. They're using fucking heat. They're using infrared, bro. So his talking points are insignificant.
Con.
They're not using radar.
Yep. That
They
shows.
shooting down your they shooting down your goddamn aircraft carriers with heat signatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old school rockets, man. Just locking onto your heat signature. Hey, that's shameful. You got $1 billion jet, and here I come with a goddamn, you over there with the damn binoculars, right?
Yeah.
The thermal, the infrared. Oh, there is one coming, and here you come with a fucking regular shoulder rocket launcher. That's shameful, bro. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Again, what happened to all your goddamn flares? I played GTA and shit.
We
nigga.
seen the movie
I
Top
done-
Gun.
I done broke into the military base and stole a jet, nigga. You know, you ain't played GTA online. You would break into the military base. You get 4 stars, but you can steal a jet. And the jet got flares and shit on it. Like when another missile coming at you, you hit the button and it let out flares.
Yeah.
Because they heat seeking.
The
So
missiles
what
give you
happened
the
to
heat.
all that shit? What happened to all your barrel rolls and all this type of shit? You know? All bullshit. Oh, I brought that out last week, right? All
God.
bullshit.
It says their Navy is gone.
Hey, I should have known it was bullshit when you watch, if you ever watch his documentaries on it. These niggas be doing G4, you know, the G-forces. They
Yeah.
pass out. You know what I'm saying? I should have known it was bullshit.
Hey, the fighter jet, they pass out, the fighter jet goes straight up, and then sworn die.
To wake up, all of them sirens blaring and shit.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Oh, the movies, man. It says their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft and radar are useless. And it says, Kaminati, I can't.
Speaking of useless, you remember that mission that they led to when they had to rescue the pilot?
Yeah.
You know how they said they blew up planes? You know what they said happened?
No.
They said they didn't survey that where they landed the planes at. They didn't do a survey. Before you go and do any military campaign, they always survey, you know,
The land and
the
the
land
surroundings.
exactly. What can it sustain this plane? Can I take off? Do I got enough room to take off? Can I turn around? Shit like that. They said they relied on information from Israel. What they call them, Mossad.
Yeah.
Because Mossad was going to do a similar strike, and but they did the survey months ahead. So now when they went, the land is wet now. It's sand. So that's what happened. The planes got stuck.
Oh,
Israel
man.
said you can go ahead and do it. The planes will land, and you know
You'll be good.
the ground is stable. But now when you're doing it, it's a different time of the year, and that's why they had to abandon the planes.
And that's one of the things America boasts on when it comes to their fighter jets, that they can land and take off without needing a runway. Okay. So it reads
Yeah, some of them at a nose they could turn around
Con.
360. But the sand, the ground was unstable. What you gonna do to it's quagmire, bogged down? You know,
Yeah,
you know, like a truck or something, you get stuck in the
Quicksand.
sand. Yeah.
You can't move.
Yep. And then you ain't got time. You know, they were being shot at and shit.
Yeah.
So they had to skedaddle.
It says
This man is through, man. Through. So, showing that he's desperate. He's scrambling. He's doing bad rushing. He's cornered. He's back. You know.
yeah.
He making bad moves, man.
But that's
he,
what
he really not prepared for this Third World War. He been. That's the least of the flock is drawing him out. He really not ready yet, man.
He's
That's
finding
why he
out.
been dragging his hairy ass knuckles.
Yeah.
But Israel is leading you full steam ahead to your demise. Because Amalek can feel your Hawashah on his bumper. Yeah, the
man.
Rothschilds getting plagued, man. Night terrors and shit. You know?
Through all the billions that America has invested in their older ways of warfare, man. It's gonna cost them.
And antiquated warfare.
Antiquated warfare.
Outdated.
Beautiful.
Old school.
So it says,
You coming with a goddamn bolt rifle, my shit, automated. You know?
it says the Navy is
I
gone.
gotta switch on mine, you know what I'm saying?
Cud, with a silencer and it's thermal.
And a scope, you know?
Cud. It says, no, but it's beautiful because in the past, that's how America won a lot of its wars, man. They were going against inferior opponents, man.
Oh, Salaki, I love war. I love war. Y'all brothers should love war too. Like because the Yahweh is a man of war. But not only are they using, like I said, the infrared where they could the heat signature off the planes, because you can't. It's gonna put off heat. You know, you can't get around it unless you line it like with the. They say allegedly the spaceships, they got some type of metal that
Protective barrier to protect the
that
heat
could be
and
all
cover.
bullshit too any fucking way. Damn, he's a liar. But even when they don't use those, if they can see you, they got rockets that lock on with line of sight. You seen that in like a Call of Duty and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
fire.
yeah, yeah. So they're using both. They're using unconventional missiles basically.
Damn.
They were expecting like GPS, radar guided, and all this type of shit. And that's how the B-2 stealth bombers, that's what they rely on. The radars and the frequencies. Nah, they're using, how to explain it, sure way means of locking onto your ass.
And then,
So again, the heat, you can't get around that.
yeah,
Ain't no way to get around that. And then also I could use line of sight.
yeah.
Old school, traditional, you know? If I get you in my scope, I'm gonna pull the trigger. So they through.
And then you got 10, 15 guys on the ground ready to shoot at it.
Then it's mountainous, so you gotta fly low.
Yeah,
You
don't
got
have a
all
choice.
type of trenches and ravines and caverns. They through.
Through.
Matter of fact, there was a movie on Netflix about that. I forget what it was called, but basically they went. They were trying to protect this base, but the base was literally at the bottom of like a mountain. So the terrorists and shit, they were just surrounding them, shooting down rockets and shit at them. You probably saw it.
They call it, what they call that? Like a kill
It's a kill zone, a kill box.
zone, a kill box or something like
That
that.
might have been the name of the movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I forget the name of the movie.
I think
I
I
just-
saw something like that
I
though.
seen it like last year. They were protecting this area. I forget what it was called. But the people were like up on the ridge they were shooting down rockets at them and shit. I forget. And they were just waiting on their backup to bomb them from the ridge and shit. But they were
that sounds
down there.
familiar.
They were down there getting their ass tore up.
That sounds real familiar. It says their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft and radar are useless.
What about your radars? I heard they've been hitting some of your radars.
Facts.
You
It
don't
says
want to talk about that, huh?
the supreme leader, Khamenei, I can't,
Kamali,
Kamali,
whatever.
can't pronounce his name. It says, and most of their leaders are dead, all because their nuclear ambition.
And what you think that's doing to the people that's left behind? You galvanizing them. You making these people martyrs.
Yep. The blockade.
You're strengthening their cause. Now they don't look so crazy.
Yeah.
Now they look like they died for a noble cause.
Yep.
Because America is crazy. They need,
Yep. Hey, and what do they say? It's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. And these people have a real, legitimate cause to fight for, man. They're fighting for their freedom, their country, their nation, man. It says,
And you know what I was thinking about also? Show you that we the ones that need saving. See, all these nations, they can defend themselves, man. Whether they win or not, that's of no consequence. But at least they got some type of military
To fight back.
Some type of we defenseless, man. We behind enemy lines. No leaders, no military, no monetary might, no strength at all. We the ones that need saving, man. You know?
that's facts.
Fuck Iran needs saving from.
That's facts.
Fuck Pakistan and India and China and Russia and all these,
They got their own land.
The Israelites in those lands need saving from you goddamn heathens.
Yep.
Because
That's
I'm pretty sure that's who's at the bottom of those nations, man. Israelites.
yeah.
Israelite foreigners building up them kingdoms. Matter of fact, we know that's what's going on in UAE, Dubai, because That's what they talk about. How Dubai is built up by immigrants. They do all the shitty work for low pay.
Hey,
See, they all want to be like the Lord, man. That tells you that in 2nd Ezra 16.
Con.
Thou wretch, Babylon, Asia. They all these fuck these heathens, man. All of them.
Well, that's
That's why the Lord gonna gather all of you to the Armageddon and plead with you, judge you, because you're all wicked, man. That's why the people are in uproar.
That's what this is all leading
because
to.
the wicked is ruling. The people are mourning.
It says, and most of their leaders are dead, all because their nuclear ambition. And I forgot what they call it, but I was watching an interview and they were saying that the way Iran fights is that it has multiple militaries ran by multiple people. So there's not one head that you can cut off. And the way they fight is they're only like the supreme leader can call a ceasefire, which would bring all the factions to stop.
They don't
and the supreme leader,
they don't communicate with each other.
Con.
So like when the ceasefire happened, remember they were saying certain places were still getting hit by Iran was still shooting off missiles because they didn't get the memo. The communication chain is broken. How everybody got the memo to stop firing missiles? He put it on state broadcasting, put it on local news, and they all watched local news and they all got the memo.
Con.
That's how they knew to stop. But they don't. You can infiltrate, you know.
Yeah.
So they all have what they were saying. Each block or whatever, they have their own rules of engagement, orders.
Right.
And it's set in stone. This happens, do this. This happened, do that. This happened, do that. So that it's all already set in stone.
Yeah.
And that's what they were saying. So when the Ayatollah got assassinated, everything went automated. They all broke off communication and just started running the play that they were supposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, running the game plan.
Exactly.
Con.
No, don't communicate. Don't worry about what the hell. Just do follow the play until you get further information. That's how they operate.
It says, so boasting about most of their leaders being dead is not a boast. It says, and most of their leaders are dead, all because of their nuclear ambition. The blockade will begin shortly. Other countries will be involved with this blockade. Allegedly.
But probably. I believe it.
Iran will not,
because things are getting escalated. Things are getting out of control. You're gonna have no choice.
You got to pick a side.
You have no side. What do they call them? Sideliners.
Yep. All hands on deck. It says
you being forced. You have no choice.
Iran will not be allowed.
Even if you said I'm gonna just sit this one out and just pay the tariff, America said you culpable now.
Yeah.
You can't. You got no choice.
They called you a criminal for paying a toll.
And you know the beautiful thing about this so-called modern world that we lived in. This modern world needs what? Fuel. That's what makes it modern. These civilizations can't function without fuel.
They can't do
These cities will come to a screeching halt overnight. They will go back to the Stone Ages, man. Could you imagine the farmers can't get diesel?
I can imagine it.
Do you know you know how far we go? You know how fast shit gonna spiral out of control?
Yep, just as fast as it started.
I'll say work faster. The people gonna panic. Bro,
Damn,
I see shit going left like overnight. Like they predict what 2 days, 3 days or whatever. I give them a day, man.
Damn. Man. It says
a day without police or something like that, bro. That next day gonna be crazy.
bro, a day, man.
You hear all night screaming and all this shit, nobody, no siren, no nothing. The next morning, bro, It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be like kind of like nervous energy in the morning. Cause daytime you can see, but when nighttime come, no cops came during the day or nothing. No cleanup, no nothing. That next night gonna be rough, bro.
Hey,
That next night gonna be
I
rough.
guarantee that. I guarantee ain't nobody gonna be going to work, because you're gonna have to choose between staying home, trying to protect your family.
You ain't gonna have no work to
You
go
ain't gonna
to.
have nothing. You
Don't
gonna-
worry, you gonna get the text message.
Mhm.
You gonna get that email.
Oh, the building just locked up. It says the blockade will begin shortly. Other countries will be involved with this blockade. Iran will not be allowed to profit off this illegal act of extortion. They want money, and more importantly, they want nuclear. Additionally, and at an Salakia, this man can't damn spell. At an appropriate moment, we are fully locked and loaded, and our military will finish up the little that is left of Iran. President Donald J. Trump. A mouthful, man. A mouthful.
You got it.
Con. I was in 1 Thessalonians 5.
Yeah, we read that already. Yeah, so we in beautiful times, man. Beautiful. Got something?
If you got something, you got it.
Ain't got nothing.
I just wanted to grab this real quick. This is our Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 8. And it reads, Psalm 73, and I'm going to start at I'll start at verse 4. Verse 3. It reads, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their deaths, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment." And that's what we're witnessing, man. We're witnessing this evil man, the wicked, being exposed on all four sides, man. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is leaving no doubt who the wicked is and what the wicked's job is to do on this earth. Okay? So it says, "Therefore pride compasses them as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish."
He just said there's a whole bunch of the largest tankers coming to America to do what? Get some of the sweetest oil imaginable, right?
Yep.
So what the hell you doing way the fuck in the Strait of Hormuz then?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Huh? Your eyes stand out with fatness. You're greedy. You can never be satisfied.
Greedy. It says,
As they say in the islands, wants all. Wants all, gets none.
yep.
You can't have it all.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And that's what we're witnessing, man. The hypocrisy of America, okay, the empire of the Edomites. What the hell are you doing over there? You're in another nation's land, bombing them, and you're acting as if they drew first blood. Iran had no beef with you whatsoever.
You said out of your own mouth that you do not rely on the Strait of Hormuz. That it has nothing to do with you.
Yep.
We don't get oil from the Strait of Hormuz. So what the hell are you doing over there?
Mm-hmm.
We know you over there at the behest of your daddy, Amalek.
Oh man, hey, it is so beautiful because them Iranians know why you're over there too. They're even winning the propaganda war with these Lego films, okay? Talking about how y'all are doing the bidding of Bibi, you know, this Epstein regime, you know, they're winning on all fronts. This is Habakkuk. Chapter 2.
Start at 1.
And we'll start at 1 from the top. It reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Adawan answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. In the vision, these prophecies have been made plain. You know, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone have been bringing out, the least of the flock shall draw them out. The men on the corners have been bringing that precept out week in and week out, telling you that these Israelis were going to be the cause of America being brought into the Third World War. And now you're seeing it happen in real time. A prophecy right before your eyes. So you think the rest of the prophecies are not going to be fulfilled? It reads, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
And that's what a prophet does. The word prophet means the prophets of old were called seers. To prophet comes from the word prophesy, to say something before it happens. Mm-hmm. And that's what the apostles did. That's what the prophets did. They read the vision upon the table. It was plain to them, and they ran. Where did they run to? Chiefly the lanes, the highways and the byways, as we were commanded. And what did we run out here and do? Warn you. Mm-hmm. So much so that you laughed and scoffed at us. You mocked us. You know? When the apostles would bring out the missile sign and all this shit, the microchip, you laughed and you mocked and you scorned. Not so much mocking and laughing and scorning anymore. You know? All you can do now is either acknowledge it, accept it, or just ignore it. No more gainsaying. No more incredulity. All you can do is denial, ignore. You don't want to deal with reality no more. Mm-hmm. You see it. Everybody see what's going on. Everybody know what time it is. All they can do is ignore it. Either accept it or ignore it. All the things we were saying about a draft and the meat grinder and conscription, they were looking at it like we were crazy, man. The Third World War, you're gonna go into the Valley of Hawashapot, you ain't coming back, America gonna be nuked, your allies gonna nuke you. They will look at this, look at us, stare at us. Now look at them. What can they do? What can they say?
Can't say anything. It reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Guess what? We're in that time. We're in the time of all the words of the prophecy being fulfilled. No longer tarrying. No longer prolonging. No longer afar off. Our redemption is nigh. Our salvation is even nearer than we believe. It's right around the corner. You can taste it. Victory.
But at the end, it shall speak and not lie.
It's screaming all over social media, all over the unicorn, all over your TV screen. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, non-stop.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
Even though it seemed like this devil is still dragging his knuckles, he's still trying to put it off. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. Things are a lot worse than he's putting on.
It
They
will.
in a pickle. They in a conundrum. They stepped in it. They panicking. They nervous. They scared.
It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, starting with your goddamn, the leader of the free world. Just go. You want to see how not upright his soul is? Just go to his posts. Go to his social media. You'll see the mind of a madman. An unstable. Just go over the last month, 2-3 months. Go back and read his posts. You'll see how unstable he is. How double-minded he is. How confusing he is. Go ahead.
Behold.
10 days, just a little bit of pain, you know?
Yeah.
This dude just talk. He's a pathological liar. That's the best word to describe him. He just makes shit up on the cusp.
Yep. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
The pride of his heart deceived him. Terribleness have deceived him.
But the just shall live by his faith.
The elect of Israel, the remnant. Go ahead.
Yea, also.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know fully how we're gonna make it out of here, but we know some way, shape, or form Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai gonna provide. The scriptures say a sparrow doesn't fall from the ground unless Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai sanctions it. Again, we dealing with the creator of the universe, an omnipotent power, an all-knowing, all-powerful power. So all we got to do is have faith. He's not a man that he should change. He's not a man that he should lie. He said his servants are gonna eat. We gonna eat.
Fact.
So they gonna mourn. We gonna leap for joy. We gonna leap for joy. They mourning right now. We joyful. You know.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
That's what he come with. Some bullshit, wayward schools of thought.
It says,
Yeah, we said everything starts in the mind. Well, he got the mind of a madman, a deranged reprobate. You know?
for real. It says, who enlarges his desire as hell.
That's what he bring upon everybody. Everywhere he goes, that's what he brings. Hell. That's what he comes with. Not with peace. Not with healing in his wings as our power is coming with, right?
Khan.
Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, he's coming with healing in his wings. This devil come with death. This devil come with what? Thick clay, oppression, you know?
Khan. It says, and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Your whole way of life gonna change. What it say? So that he oppress a man and his heritage.
Yep.
Your whole diet gonna change because you gonna come with a Western diet. He gonna bring his corporations, which gonna feed. He gonna bring his FDA, his Food Drug Administrators, so that he can bring some pharmacia into your country.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
No more herbal remedies and natural remedies that you were used to. You grew it your whole life. You know. No, we got to civilize you. Modern medicine, modern Western medicine, you know? Exactly.
Take this pill.
Modern Western diet. It's much more convenient, much more easy. You gotta get you some fast food in you, you know?
For real. Some Mickey D's, some human meat.
Hey, don't you see everywhere you go? China, Japan, Jamaica, St. Kitts, we go KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut.
Yep.
Why he don't set up Whole Foods? Trader Joe's, you know? He ain't gonna bring none of those, is he?
He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. It says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Ultimately, he's trying to get the blessing back.
Khan.
He want complete reign over the whole world, but he gonna do it through his technology, through his blessing, the sword. Through the left-hand side, sorcery and witchcraft, skullduggery, lies and deceit. Because he's the bloody man.
shall not all these take up a parable against him?
They doing it now. The brother mentioned the Legos movies. That's them taking up a parable against you, a taunting proverb, mocking you, openly. Because the Lego movies, that came from America.
Yeah.
Remember the little America, the U.S. saved the world and all this type of shit?
Yeah.
They were making mockery of Kim Jong-un and shit.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to the big 2026. The shoes on the other foot. Now Iran got ChatGPT. now Iran got Palantir. What's the other one that they had? The fucking AI shit? I forget.
I think it's like Gemini,
Yeah, and all that other
and this
shit.
is another one with a P. It says,
Your technology coming up against you.
and
They got Trump with all type of AI shit. You ever seen the AI Trump videos?
yeah.
They had this nigga with his shirt off. You know how the Africans be eating with his... Yo, that AI is out of control, bro.
It's hey, but we
On
knew
a-
it was gonna be like that
On a
though.
side note, that AI is fucking, they done mastered that shit, man. That's how we know the demonization is right around the corner.
Of the men of the Lord.
Persecution, yeah.
Of course.
Fuck a prosthetic fake mask and all this shit. They seeing is believing. You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be breaking, you can see it, breaking, bro.
Whole video with your face,
A false,
your
major
likeness.
false flag can happen. You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that AI is pretty much perfected. Matter of fact, it's so much so that you in court and shit, they gotta bring like experts and stuff, man.
Yeah, to determine if something
Yeah.
is AI or not.
Yep. Go ahead, Al.
So it reads,
It's
and a
becoming indistinguishable from regular videos, man.
fact.
You know?
Fact.
Especially once a influencer gets hold of it, nobody even bats an eye. Nobody even questions it. Especially it goes viral, people don't really question shit.
Bro, people jump on the bandwagon. How much AI fake news come out and people jump on the bandwagon
More than
and
we
then have to
probably even know.
redact
We
it?
probably reported on a lot of fake shit.
Yep. Facts. It says, a taunting proverb against him and say,
Hey, taunting. Hey, they said, bring it on, big boy. Come on. You threatened putting boots on the ground. They said, come on, we waiting on you. We begging you, please.
please put boots on the ground.
But you're not, because you're scared.
It reads, nah, they gonna put boots on the ground.
They going to put boots on the ground because they have no
They
choice.
don't got no choice.
But they don't want to.
Con.
If he was big and bad like he said he was, it would have already been done. It would have been an afterthought.
It reads, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
That's what's coming to you, goddamn devil. Destruction.
Yeah, the straight of heart moves ain't yours. It ain't theirs either. But now you trying to collect the toll from everybody.
The audacity.
It's a madman. It says, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's what he does. He want to put everybody in debt. Everybody a debt slave. He wants the whole world to be debt slaves. And who are they in debt to? The elites. The servant is subject to the lender.
Con.
They want you to go to them to borrow everything, you know?
Wait, that's why military spending is increasing.
You get a little bit more on that.
It says, Con. It says, shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
That's what's happening now.
Con. Obadiah 1:7.
Yep.
That's
That
exactly
is-
what's taking place.
Get that.
Con.
I mentioned it the week before last. You never brought it out. All they that eat thy bread have laid a deadly wound. All the men of thy confederacy have deceived thee. Esau's in a trick bag. Esau's in a snare, a trap. The jinn got him. Who's the jinn? Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. The jinn got you by the heel. He dangling your ass. He about to drop you into that pit. Good analogy, huh? Yahweh Shah
God.
got the devil by the heel, about to drop his ass into the pit.
Ain't nothing he can
Head
do.
first.
This man about to turn the wrong way on man.
Let's go, huh?
It
Obadiah.
says, Obadiah 1 in verse 7. I'll start at verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
We see it now through the scriptures, through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Nothing done in the dark can be hid. This light, this truth, it's exposing everything. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is even causing his own devil's tongue to fall upon himself. Go ahead.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Because that's what the elites do. They pride themselves in what? Their secrecy. Calling themselves the illuminated ones. Because they got all the light, they got all the knowledge, they got all the power. And they got the whole world in darkness. You know?
Yep.
Believe in lies, but only a handful know the truth. A select few. And knowledge is power. Now, who got the power now? We got the power. We on to you. Through the power of our power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the Rakak Wadash.
All the men...
No more enchantments on Jacob. The enchantments don't work no more.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
We see it clearly.
Yeah.
War is at the door. War is at your gates. And guess what? Your city's unwalled. Your villages are unwalled. Inside jokes. Go ahead, Al.
The
Inside
men...
jokes for the elect, the learned. That's who Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said this is for. The learned.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Guess what? Kuwait, Qatar, UAE, all these different Gulf princes, they gonna turn on your ass, man. They gonna turn on you. Why? Because they're ultimately brothers. And they all in the same region. They're all neighbors, man. Here come your punk ass way from the west, wanna dictate shit.
Yep.
How we do shit around yonder. And guess what? You in for a rude awakening. You in them goddamn condom hats. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai rope-a-dope in your ass. You about to get stung by the greatest. You about to get Ali Boumbayed. Go ahead, Ak.
And prevailed against thee, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
These Hamitic nations about to get tapped in too. They tell you in Ezekiel 30, what was that? Ezekiel 38?
38.
Ethiopia, Libya, and Persia. So now we understand Persia's that now we saw why the Lord said that.
Yeah.
Persia's becoming a superpower.
A superpower.
So who behind Ethiopia and Libya?
Yeah.
They about to get tapped in. Which is what? The west coast of Africa, and then, you know? Hey, bro, it's about to be up. Go ahead, Up.
It says, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Some more, that's it.
That
was it on that. That's probably the point.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
It says, oh, you got something? No, that's it. Go ahead.
How much time we got?
About 20 minutes.
You know, you go to Obadiah. I got to go to Ezekiel because this one of my linked to it.
Facts.
This is the precept, as I've said over and over, to Obadiah. Because that's how you read the scriptures per Isaiah. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So Ezekiel backs up Obadiah. So the main point is in, it was in 6, but I'll start at the top. Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. And when you go to Genesis 36, I believe, can you check me? I think that Genesis 36 and like 4:6. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. I pretty much quoted it, but I think I might. Genesis 30, I know it's 36.
Yeah, Genesis,
read it. Call it and read it.
36 and...
Baba Kashab. I think it's like 4 or 6 or 9 or 10, something like that. Right there at the top. And these are the generations of Edom. That should say, what does the top say?
Genesis 36 reads, Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Then you got to jump down to like verse 4 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, I remember being... And 8, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Genesis 36:1. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. So we know Esau is the self-proclaimed white man. Calls himself a Caucasian. Why does he call himself a Caucasian? Because he goes back to Georgia Caucasus, the Georgia Caucasus Mountains, the caves. That's where he was, that's where he resided at during the Dark Ages. After the fall of the Roman Empire, he was driven into the Georgia Caucasus Mountains. But where was he prior to that? He was in Mount Seir, which is what? It's southeast of Palestine, southeast of Israel. What you know as modern day Syria, Jordan. So it says, now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. And we know Esau means wasted away. That's what Isaac said when he saw him. Wasted away is he. Why? Because he lacked melanin, pigment. Therefore, his blood was showing forth under his skin. He was the red man, hence why they called him Edom. Edom means red, Adawamya. Adawam, red. He's the red man. Verse 8, Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Again, southeast of the land of Palestine, southeast of Israel. Modern day Syria, modern day Jordan. When you look it up to this day, you'll see Greco-Roman architecture on the caves. On the outsides of the walls of the caves, you'll see columns, Roman columns. It's called Petra. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. So Esau, Edom, Mount Seir, all synonymous for a group of people, calling themselves in modern terms as Caucasians. So going back to Ezekiel 35 and 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. So not the mountain range, the people that resided in that land, because the people make up the land. So who resided in Mount Seir? I just read it, the Edomites. Esau, Edom. And prophesy against it. Esau, Edom is the only nation that's not promised mercy. What's that, Hebrews?
Yeah.
You holding something?
I got it.
Can you get Hebrews? I think that's what, 12?
It reads, yeah. It says, lest there be any fornicator.
That was a spirit. You had it already?
Yeah.
You can't make it up. That's a spirit.
It reads,
read it,
Hebrews chapter 12. Salakia. Jesus. Hebrews 12 and verse 16. It reads, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Profane means outside the temple. And how is Esau a fornicator? He's a spiritual fornicator, because he called himself taking up the Bible, you know, calling himself God's chosen people, going back to Amalek. They say they're the chosen people. They're, you know, they're the Jews, you know. That's why they call themselves Jewish, even though the suffix ish meaning pertaining to, you know. That's why they call themselves Israelis, not Israelites. They're Israelis. They're Jewish because they're not the people. But since you want to call yourself taking up this Bible, as it tells you in Psalms, what's that? Psalms, is that 119? No, 109 or something like that. I'm botching it.
It's
I'm botching it. This is Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Wait, that's not it. That's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm trying to remember how it's worded.
Statutes in that mouth, I think. But I don't know. Anyway, the scriptures say that since you call yourself taking up the scriptures, he gonna judge you for it. You know?
Psalms 50 and 16 reads, but unto the wicked,
That's it.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai saith,
Go up. What is this? Go up a little bit. That's it right there though. 50, Psalm 50. That's it. Unto the wicked, because Malachi, what's that, 1 and 4, tells you the wicked is who? Esau, Edom. The borders of wickedness, the people of the Lord's curse, his indignation. Matter of fact, since we got time, edification's sake, Malachi 1 and 4. I start at 2. Malachi 1 and 2, because we're going into Esau, Edom. The people of the Lord's curse. Our chief adversary. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And that happened during the Dark Ages. Esau went down, the serpent was bound for 1,000 years, but he was loose for a little season. To do what? Deceive the four corners of the earth. We're in that little season where he's out deceiving, ruling wickedly. But it's a short time. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And you see it. He returned with a vengeance. He came back with a vengeance and made the whole earth a goddamn concrete jungle, a prison planet. That's what he did. Made everybody debt slaves through his banking system. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, they shall build, but I will throw down. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is starting to throw down against his devil. He's disappointing the devices of the crafty, so that his hands cannot perform his enterprise. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, the main point, the border of wickedness. Who is this talking about? Esau, Edom. The border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever. So the Lord has righteous anger against them forever.
Forever, ever.
You got it.
Psalm
50, right?
50 and verse 16. And it reads, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Where is the Lord's statutes found? In the scriptures. I was reading Psalms 1, that's why I got it mixed up. He showed his word unto Jacob. That's why I got it. I had them mixed up. They don't go they do go together, but so this is Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Not the imposters, the real Israelites. The people that came out of Egypt with Moses, you know? That's what Moses did when he came down from Mount Sinai. He showed them the Lord's statutes and commandments. We entered into a covenant, you know? So it says, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. Hear that, Esau? He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. You haven't, but you about to know him. Don't nobody know Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai judgments like Yasharallah. Northern and Southern Kingdom. Boy, oh boy, are we familiar with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai's indignation. But you about to be reintroduced.
Yeah.
You about to drink this cup that we drank. We've been drinking this cup for so long, now you about to drink it. And
Double.
you about to drink double of it. The dregs. You got it.
It reads, Psalms 50 and verse 16.
Don't worry, Esau. You ain't the only one gonna be gulping it down.
It says,
Them heathens that are confederate with you, they gonna drink it down too.
for real.
The only difference is after you done gobbling it down, you the only one that's gonna be completely through.
Capital T.
You gonna get Obadiah 1 and 18.
It says Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or
You hear that?
thou shouldest take,
whatever the hell your name is. You know?
or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction.
Are you listening? The spiritual advisor to DJ Chump, that white bitch. You know?
Yeah,
The
God.
spiritual advisors. Are you listening? You know?
They not, but they will feel. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction.
You the hypocritical nation now. It did apply to us. We were a bunch of hypocrites. 2/3 of Israel still a bunch of hypocrites, you know? But that applied to you. You in the power seat now. You got all the power, all the might, all the influence, all the strength to enforce the laws overnight. You could do that.
Fact.
All the laws, statutes, and commandments, you could enforce them on the whole world, Craig. You remember said the top fight, you did the whole world, Craig. You could have, just like you want to enforce your will on the Strait of Hormuz to the whole world, you could have did that in righteousness, man.
Mm-hmm.
You been could have did that after World War II. You know?
Hey, but
But you wanted to sow wickedness.
this man, you're ruling, Salakia. You're ruling so horribly and so wickedly that the other nations are pleading to Yasharallah, saying, y'all are the chosen people. Please.
I was just thinking about this damn devil. Every time he's doing a tweet lately, he's saying, all praise be to Allah. You goddamn devil, bro. He's motherfucking stout, bro. He's proud devil.
Be proud,
You're a
bro.
proud devil, bro. And keep that same energy.
Hey, they got the right man to be in office.
He'll never make mockery with the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, will he?
Oh, he know better. He know
You
better.
got it out.
It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee.
How do we know that? Because you do everything the Lord said not to do. And you got no excuse. You got the book. You got the scripts. You got the scrolls.
Facts.
You got the so-called high IQ.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him and hast been partakers with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Again, if he's breathing, he's deceiving.
Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
That's why you got that mantra, make America great again. That's why you walk around and say, God bless America. Because God ain't visited you yet. You ain't been recompensed yet for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. So you got, you ain't gonna have that energy when the Lord pull up on your ass.
It says,
When the real pull-up boy pulls up, you ain't gonna keep that same energy.
you don't want that smoke. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
That's why you keep on keeping on. Because sentence against an evil work is not how's it go? Sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Yep.
It is fully set in the hearts of man to do wickedly.
Yep. It says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
You wasn't wise to consider your latter end. You didn't realize your punishment is so grievous, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai had to let the crime tally up. The punishment you're about to receive is so harsh, the crime had to fit the punishment.
Yep. But I will reprove thee.
You took part in the greatest atrocity in the world. What you did to the Israelites is the greatest crime in history, in mankind, by far.
Facts.
Because you didn't just do it to the northern kingdom or the southern kingdom. You did it to both tribes. No mercy to the old, to the young, women, you know? To this day, you refuse to let us go. So the punishment is harsh, man. Some may say it's even too harsh, but it really ain't. When you think about the crimes of the century, over the centuries, we don't even know the half of what this devil been doing. And not just only he's been doing it to the Lord's chosen people, he's been doing it to creation. What the fuck did the animals do to you, motherfucker?
Nothing is safe.
What did the birds do to you? What did the fishes do to you? I know, you can't help yourself.
You can't.
You got it.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. That's the point. Got anything else? Two on the dot. 2:01 right now.
Close out here. Going back to Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And now we know, again, that's not talking about that land mass or that mountain range. It's talking about the people that resided in that land, the self-proclaimed white man. The ones that's in the power seat right now, that's ruling so wickedly, taking peace from the earth. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee. Yeah, his right arm, his right hand about to smack the shit out your ass. And I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. This your last hurrah. You ain't never gonna make the city a wilderness again, the earth a wilderness again. You ain't never gonna rise again. That's beautiful, man. You the only nation that had 3 chances, man, and you blew all 3 of them. No other nation had 3 chances. Yasharallah had 1 chance, bro. 40 years with King Solomon, man. You know?
Yep.
You ruled as the Greeks, you ruled as the Romans, and you came back all over again as the goddamn Babylonians. Mystery Babylon, the whore, and you fucked it all up even worse this time. You know? I will lay, but the good news is this the last hurrah. We at the end of this nightmare. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sif thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him it, and cut off from him it, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast said, These 2 nations and these 2 countries shall be mine. And it ain't talking about fucking Iran or the Strait of Hormuz, if nobody went up there and told you. Talking about Yasharallah, the apple of the Lord's eye. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and will possess it, whereas the Lord was there, Yahweh. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Yahweh, what is it saying, James? Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is about to have judgment without mercy towards him that showed no mercy. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy which thou hast had, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. That's how we're gonna know we already see the love of the Lord by him giving us back our heritage, bringing us back to remembrance, giving us back the names, bringing down our enemies. But we're truly gonna understand the love when this devil is completely taken down. That's love, man. Our greatest adversary taken down and bound and chained and brought to force, completely subjugated. And without us even having to lift a finger. That's real power and that's real love. It says, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. What it say? That thou hast said, bow down,
Khan.
that they may go
Step over. Khan.
Thus with their mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord, Adawan, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Yasharallah. Yeah, you sent gifts one to another. You made coin. You minted coins showing the taking down of Jerusalem. That coin Judah Copter. The Ark of the Titus. They showed taking the Ark of the Covenant and shit. Slakia. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, Yasharallah, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. That's it.
Through. All right. Well, we're going to end it there, man. All right? End it there. On a positive note, man. Our salvation and our saving is right around the corner, man. So once again, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Quadash, and a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. Shalom, Israel.
Kwam
Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.